Had a pretty slow morning so far, but all of a sudden they start coming out and it's time to make history. Definitely a moment to savor, but it gets even better. I happen to be recording through my scope cam as well, which does 1000 frames a second, and got this insane footage of the slug coming in and just causing massive hydraulic shock as it makes contact. Super interesting to see. Barely 2 minutes later, another one pops out and it's the same result. I captured this through my scope cam as well, and it looks like the slug is coming in from the side, but looking at the original angle you can see just how deceptive my angle is, as the flight path of the slug looks completely different. Only one thing to do now: retrieval.
So, this is a Dacia I just shot. I've shot many Dacias in my life before, so it's nothing special. But what makes this Dacia very special for me is, I think it's the first, well, I know it's the first official Dacia ever shot with the new Maverick from FX. And yeah, it's like a little proud moment, and also a moment that I want to nurture and just say thanks to FX for this opportunity. And I want to say thank you to all my sponsors that's been working with me for a long time now. Also Matt behind the camera. I mean, if it wasn't for him supporting and helping and everything like that, this couldn't have been possible. And yeah, so stoked. So the first ever Dacia shot with a new Maverick in the world. Love it. So the ammo I'm using for the Maverick for today is the 26 grain Javelin slugs from Patriot 217s. Speed I'm shooting it out of this gun 965 to 970 feet per second average, and like you guys can see, did an awesome job. Right into the head, big concussion force. You can see it in the scope cam footage. One of the reasons I'm just shooting the Patriot slugs like 99% of the time, and it just works well with the new Maverick. I think it's a great slug and a great hunting setup basically for this gun. And yeah, I couldn't be more happy. I mean, here's the evidence right in front of me, and I've got a huge smile. So I want to show you guys the impact. So that's obviously, I hit it right in the front here, and then the slug passed through all this meat and it actually came out right over here. Now if you look at the distance from here to there, that tells you quite a lot of the force and the impact of the slug, and there was absolutely no chance that this animal would have survived the shot. And it's exactly what we want. We want an ethical kill. We don't want the animals to suffer. So I'm very glad, and you can see that the slugs is really doing the job very well.
Oh, so perfect. The lighting here is not very good, so I hardly saw the Dacia, but just noticed a shape there with a bit of an outline on it, like the sun was shining through it, and a very awkward angle, 37 meters, extremely steep. So I held a bit under and the impact did the rest. I just love the sound of this gun. It's really not violent at all. I know you think 80 foot-pounds is pushing an impact hard, but I actually don't believe that anymore. I think with the power plenum and the power upgrade kit, you're basically allowing the gun to work at a higher reg pressure optimally. So it's quite normal for it to work like this. You can hear it sounds harmonically tuned, and it really is. And the slugs are just flying dead straight and doing the job, so super happy.
One thing I don't like about farms and hunting: fences and gates. Climbing through fences and opening gates all the time, not always fun. Sometimes I wish I was actually the driver Dus all Gerard has to do is pull through here. He's got the easy job. This is the valley that had given us so much success the previous day, and with absolutely no wind today, we are pretty sure that we'd be getting more down quite shortly. As always, the main challenge is trying to find a comfortable shooting position with the extreme steep angles that we're shooting at. But thankfully we have a nice high platform on the roof of the truck, and with a good set of sandbags and a bipod, we've got everything we need.
That sound just doesn't get old. Just doesn't get old. I was hoping to get one in the sun, but beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, managed to get that one in the shade, staying side profile. Anyone who knows the silhouette of a Dassie will recognize that as a Dassie. And yeah, 1000 frames a second. Boom in the head. Another one down. Very happy.
I notice a shadow on the rocks and at first think it's a Dassie, but a closer look reveals that it's actually a mongoose. We leave him alone and enjoy watching him go about his daily routine. Sometimes an ambush is the best strategy, but today it seems that the best success is coming from simply staying on the move and covering as much ground as possible.
Anchored on the spot. Oh, it's a weird, awkward shooting position, but you know what? You gotta sometimes do drastic things to get results. Very cool.
This was definitely one of the best scope cam clips of the day. This is a 40 grain 22 cal slug impacting that Dassie's head and just carving the Grand Canyon right on top. A little bit gory, but there's no such thing as overkill when meat damage isn't a factor. My philosophy is that you should always do whatever you can to ensure an ethical kill with no pain.
Awesome. Right behind the ear. Like literally behind the ear. I just see a lot of dust come off his head. He went straight out. It's not even moving. I love this Maverick.
So I filmed this one with my scope cam also, and once again the footage is mind-blowing. No pun intended. It's hard to believe that this is only a 26 grain slug, and it shows just how capable even the lighter slugs are. This road travels deep up in the valley, and we keep following it as it takes us up to new spots. And of course, the action keeps on coming. We come to a spot where a bunch of trees are growing out of the rocks, creating a perfect little ecosystem for the Dassies. There's a lot of action here, but trying to get a clear shot through the leaves is another story. Having taken a whole lot of awesome shots with my impact, I switch to the PTE and keep an eye out for an opportunity. Eventually getting my chance as I see a head poking out from behind some leaves.
See a few running further back.
Is it?
Yeah.
I spot a few more and try to point them out to Gerard, but he doesn't see them, so I take the opportunity myself. Now, what you're about to see was without a doubt the best shot of the day, and it just shows how potent this little Maverick is with 26 grain javelins. This was from over 140 yards, and Gerard makes it look so easy.
Dead.
Oh, lovely. Wow. What a shot.
That was a nice shot. 144 yards on a Dassie with a new Maverick, 26 grain slug. I've done some real long shots with 26 grains before. I think I did 200 yards, 210 before. But this is the first long shot with the Maverick with a 26. Yeah, just nailed him.
And the last shot of the day with the PTE from relatively close, and I'd say that it's been a very successful trip. It's been a cool day for the Helix first focal planes. Gerard's now using the Maverick with the Helix FFP, and I'm using it on the PTE. Obviously Gerard just dialed to 144. One of the big things about the scope is the tracking precision. It's not a super high-end scope like the Nexus is, but the tracking precision is actually on par with the Nexus. If you put the two of them on a collimate and you do a full tracking test, they will both track perfectly. And that's something that's very rare in a sub $500 scope, so we're really proud of that, and it makes it perfect for, you know, shooting like this where you might have to dial more than a full revolution on the turrets regularly for long shots. You're going to know it's going to come back perfect. It's going to track exactly where you want it to within a click. So really happy with that, and yeah, it's been a fun day. Just waiting for some opportunities. You'll see I'm wearing one of my Air Arms Hunting SA shirts, the Pigeon Hit Squad one today, and this merch is available now from two different websites, one in the USA and the other for the rest of the world, and they will ship straight to your house. So I'll put the link down below, you can check it out, but really awesome clothing. And that brings the series to an end rather abruptly. We need to pack up camp and head back home, but thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I can't wait to come back here in the